Hello everybody, Evelina here. It's day 97 of Authentic Transformation, and in today's video I would like to talk to you about unconditional love. This is a very big subject, and I don't mean the love in a romantic relationship. I mean the unconditional love that every single human being is capable of experiencing and being, that unconditional love. But this is not something that you as a human out of a sudden can do. Or I could be wrong, but I don't think that any human being is really capable of doing that every single day. Because how can you unconditionally love somebody who steals other people's children, or who kills, or who rapes, or who does things that are absolutely totally painful and cause suffering to another being? Today I read an article that a woman in Pakistan was actually killed to death with stones because she was using mobile phones. Information like that is really horrid to hear. But what we have to understand is that there is actually part in each and every one of us which is in a way hard to love, or sometimes impossible to love. And that's why we're nearly programmed to love conditionally, because it's very easy to love the child, the baby, the animals, the baby animals, nature, everything that is pure. And in a way we instinctively know that this particular animal or a baby hasn't actually learned to hurt or to be violent. It's very easy to love. But how do you love somebody who you know has killed somebody? Can you really do that? Can you really find a place in your heart to love somebody like that? Some people never do. And unfortunately, even since I've gone vegan, I've realized that there's a lot of vegans who seem to completely and totally put people down simply because they eat meat, or they buy their children ice cream, or they take their kids to McDonald's or anything like that. There is a better way to share the message, but I think that once you start saying to people, oh, you don't love your child because you bought them an ice cream or because you bought them a hot dog, this is absolutely ridiculous. I see, whenever I'm at the park, I see a lot of loving parents. I see a lot of parents who absolutely would do anything for their children in the playground, anywhere. Nearly 99.99% of the parents would do really what it takes to be a good parent in their own terms. And just because this parent goes and takes the child to a pizza party or to a pizza place, it doesn't mean that they love them any less. It just simply means that this is what they know within the best of their knowledge and the best of their ability. This is the best they can do. Part of unconditional love is to understand the other being, the other human being, the other animal, or the other whatever it is, to understand. And we're all capable of expanding our love, not simply in our own family, but once you know better, you can do better. And this is the only change. If you just make that one change in your life, by gradually expanding your love, by gradually make it bigger, by gradually stop hating, for example, I know it's a silly example, but my kids at the moment are talking about the potato famine that happened in Ireland years ago. And in a way, this is something that has happened, yes, that nobody has said anything about because it's the truth. But why they're rubbing in something so negative that is connected to another nation? So England, or whatever was the other country, I don't know exactly all the details, but I know that this particular information was drummed into my children's head about another country. Why they don't speak about all the good another nation has done. All the bad stuff, fair enough, but they can be put in such a way as an information without putting too much emotion into them and make it, and in a way creating this condition in the kids that they have to hate this particular community who has done something. The information that people are actually getting sometimes is put in such a way that you really have to realize that it's part of an agenda of a certain way to brainwash you, to love conditionally and to be partial for people that you know nothing about, or information that you only got bits of it. It's hard to accept that violence and rape and horrid stuff are happening all the time and still take, in a way, passive response, because there's nothing you can do. The woman killed with stones in Pakistan is dead. There's nothing I can do because she is gone. Only thing I can do and only thing that you can do is gently educate yourself and expand your love. Because education and information is what can help people to really grow from within and love unconditionally. The reason a lot of people also love conditionally is because there is a part in them that they haven't accepted yet, and they don't love that part yet. I'm still learning to love the part in me, which is the part that likes to feel anger, and the part that likes to sometimes feel guilt and grudge. Those are I know they're a bit negative emotions or whatever you want to call them, but I'm actually realizing that the reason I get triggered by others people anger, resentment or guilt is because I have those in me. And I really want to, in one way, accept them and sometimes let it be and sometimes use them. But at the same time, it's me. And at the same time is you. Whatever it is, if you have a part in you that you think that you shouldn't love, or you put down, or whatever it is. And the way to really love more unconditionally is to truly accept yourself completely and wholeheartedly, just the way you are, with all of your things that sometimes you're made to believe that are not okay. It is okay to feel angry when somebody gets hurt. It is okay to feel angry when you have to really avoid suffering and pain. And there are certain situations where actually anger can help you. What is not okay is to drop that anger in everything that you do and poison yourself. That is not okay. And it's not okay to feel guilty all the time. And it's not okay to feel grudge and resentment all the time, and no matter what you do. This is not okay, because this harms you. And this is what actually happens to people who maybe haven't found the support that they need whenever before a crime was going to happen or some other violence was going to happen. I truly believe that that person was given a wrong love or a wrong information or a wrong... I'm not very comfortable even of saying the word wrong, but whatever it happened, it wasn't really helping them in a way. And I don't have all the answers. I really don't know how. But all I know is that you, as a human being, are capable of expanding your love, getting the information that you need, and really trying to understand the best you can with all the strength that you have in your heart. And I really encourage you to stop generalizing people based on their gender, religion, even sometimes what they eat. Just because somebody has chosen not to eat animals doesn't mean that they don't hate some other part, or they are not capable of experiencing hate, or just because somebody eats animals doesn't mean that they're not capable of experience love. It's really our capacity. We have the capacity to expand that love and be really helpful to each other and caring to each other and help. In my ideal world, all the people that went to war will be back home. And instead of feeling the hero that they think they are, killing someone else's children, they'll be home, loving their own family or their own life or building their own, whatever it is they want to do. And this is really the key. The key here is to realize that you don't have to be perfect in order to love. Nobody is. If you're human, you are just you. And accept yourself. Just really let yourself be all the colors that you are. And if you have anger, if you have pain, if you have suffering, realize that it's okay to feel anger. Realize it's okay to be guilty. It's okay, all these things. And if you can, heal those bits step by step. It's not something that happens overnight. I'm completely aware of that because I used to literally drop anger in everything into my life before, because there was part of me which was constantly resenting the real me, who was just real. It wasn't, it wasn't anything to do with, let's stop, thinking that just because you're a nice, everybody is a nice person and everybody is capable of doing all sorts of things. But let's be real. Never mind being nice. Be real. And always listen to your heart. Listen to yourself. Learn as much as you can. Educate as much as you can about no matter what you're doing, no matter what information you want to know. It's all there for you. All the information is there. Everything is there happening. And I know we live in times where are the worst in a way, but they're also the best in a way. We just have to be willing to continue going, to continue sharing the information, continue inspiring people to be more true to themselves, to heal, to grow. Because the reason everything exists is this perfect balance of duality in a way. But then as much as it's okay to have pain, it's not okay to suffer. Because to feel pain is one thing, but to suffer is where the real pain is. And I really don't want you to mix the two. And it's also one more thing I want to say here about unconditional love, is to gradually really have the desire to feel that unconditional love without becoming attached to the outcome, without having really feeling that resentment that sometimes you might feel just because something didn't work out. Because this is again, the condition comes again. And I know this is something that I haven't been talking about, but I really feel it's important, because this kind of has been coming to me an awful lot of times when I read blogs from other vegans, when they say things which are totally shock me. Because if you actually say you love nature and you love animals and you love people and you want things to change, how come you're so attached to the way this is going to happen? It's okay to have a desire for a peace. It's okay to have a desire not to use animals for slaves or women as products, but still, you've got to be disattached from how this is going to happen. Because the moment you become attached to how this is going to happen, you get bitter. And once you get bitter, you immediately attract bitterness from other people. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Inspire, educate, and expand your love the best you can with the best of your ability. And accept yourself just the way you are, with everything that you've got, with everything that you've got, and love the best possible way. So thank you as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate you. And this is quite a while, that video, but I would love to hear your comments on unconditional love and how you feel about it. Do you think that unconditional love is something that humans are capable of to grow into and really become? That purity that we all have in our hearts. We all have that pureness in our hearts. But sometimes some of us forget that this is the way forward. So as always, thank you so much, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye for now.